Alright guys, this is Ashwin here. In this video, we are going to solve the problem waiter. You are a waiter at a party. There are n stacked plates on pile A0. Each plate has a number written on it. Then there will be q iterations. In ith iteration, you start picking up the plates in A of I minus 1 from the top one by one and check whether the number written on the plate is divisible by the ith prime. If the number is divisible, you stack that plate on pile Bi. Otherwise, you stack that plate on pile Ai. After q iterations, plates can only be on pile B1 to BQ and AQ. Output numbers on these plates from top to bottom of each piles in order of B1, B2 up to BQ and AQ. So in this problem, we have to find prime numbers initially like pre-processing. So we'll be pre-processing up to the maximum number of prime numbers that will be available for the problem. After generating the prime numbers, we are going to check this condition as stated in the question. So we are going to take some plate in A and check whether it is divisible by the ith prime. We are already computed this ith prime. And if the number is divisible, you stack that plate in Bi. If I is 1 means this will be A of 0. So we will be stacking that plate on B of 1. If the number is not divisible means we will be stacking that plate on A of 1. Like that, we need to continue this operation for q iterations. After q iteration, we need to print the plates from top to bottom. First, we are going to print the plates on B piles, and after that, we are going to print the plates on A piles. Okay, that's the simple logic of this problem. Let's see the constraints now. Here n can go up to 5 into 10 to the power of 4, and the number in the plate can go up to 10 to the power of 4. And the maximum number of iterations is 1200. So we need to generate at least 1200 prime numbers to perform these operations. Okay, let's see the sample output. Okay, let's see some examples. Here we have 5 plates and we need to iterate only one time. These are the plates we have. So in this explanation, these are the plates we have. From the top, we will be popping each plate and check if it is divisible by the ith prime. So the first prime is 2. 5 is not divisible, so it be pushed into A. 6 is divisible, it is pushed to B. 7 is not divisible, pushed to A. 4 is divisible, pushed to B. And 3 is not divisible, pushed to A. And again, from A1, we need to do the same operations for the other iterations. Like this, the problem goes on continuously. As you can see, the logic is quite simple. Only thing most of the people stuck is the prime number generation. They usually brute force the approach and try to find the prime number each time for every iterations. It will definitely exceed the time limit. That's why we are going to generate the prime numbers at the start itself. Okay, let's solve the problem now. First, we are going to generate the prime numbers. Generate the prime numbers. So we will initialize a list with all ones. Prime equals 1 multiplies 10,000. So 10,000 is the upper limit I'm going to fix. This will easily arrive more than 1200 prime numbers. I will just change this variable as prime gen. So we are going to generate the prime numbers. I'm going to use Steve of Eranthius algorithm. This will generate the prime numbers. And we are going to store the generated prime numbers in another list called prime. It will be an empty list. Now we are going to generate the prime numbers for I in range of 2, 10,000. So the starting prime number will be 2 and the maximum iteration, this can go up to 1000. So if prime gen of I equals 1, that means that number is a prime number. We will use another for loop to change the increments of prime numbers to 0. For j in range of, it will be starting from I and it can go up to 10,000 and the increment is the prime number, that will be I. So prime gen of I equals 0. So the non-prime numbers will be assigned to 0 apart from this prime numbers. So after the loop ends, I is one of the prime number. We will add it to the list. Prime dot append I. After the operation completes, prime list will contains all the primes. So that concludes our pre-processing step. Now we need to initialize some stack of piles. So A equals, I'm going to use list comprehension. So a bracket, another bracket for I in range of Q plus 1. I will say why we are using Q plus 1. Again, B equals the same statement. As you can see, the list is a zero index operation. Initially, we have to store these numbers in the zeroth element. For the first iteration, the list can go up to 1. So the total list length will be 2. So Q plus 1 is 2. That's why we are adding plus 1 to the piles. So this will keep track of the number of plates that we are assigning. For the initial stage, we have to assign A of 0 to the list of numbers. Numbers given here. So A of 0 equal number. This will have the initial set of plates. After we have initialized all the statements, we will go for the main logic. Main logic. Before going to the main logic, we have done a mistake here. Let's change it to J instead of I. So inside the for loop, we need to use J variable. Now let's go for the main logic. For I in range of Q, that is Q number of iterations, while A of I, if there is elements inside A of I, it will do the following operations. Plate equals A of I dot pop. Remember, we need to pop the last element from the stack and check for the condition. So after popping the element, I'm storing the value inside the variable plate. Now we need to check for the condition. Check for the condition. If plate modulus prime of I equals 0, we need to append this plate in pile B. So B of I plus 1 dot append plate. If the condition not satisfies means in the else part, A of I plus 1 dot append plate. This will continue for the Q number of iterations, and for each iteration, it will empty all the plates inside the stack A of I. Initially, it will be A of 0. After that, it will go for A of 1 if there are more number of iterations. After performing the main logic, we need to print all the elements in a particular order. First, we need to print B piles. After that, we need to print A piles. Before that, we will create a result variable. Result equals an empty list. Now we need to print plates in pile B. For I in range of Q plus 1, we have already created up to Q plus 1 times. So that's why I am putting the range as Q plus 1. While B of I, that means if B of I has some elements inside it, result dot append B of I dot pop. So it will pop the element from B of I and append it to the result. Similarly, we need to do this for A. Print plates in pile A for I in range of Q plus 1, while A of I result dot append A of I dot pop. Again, it will do the same operation for the rest of the elements in A. Finally, we will return the result. return result. That concludes our whole logic of our problem. First, we are generating the prime numbers. Up to a maximum point, we need at least 1200 prime numbers based on the constraints here. After that, we are initializing some list of stacks for A and B and initialize A of 0 with the number of plates. After that, we will perform this logic for q number of iterations. If there are any plate in the stack, we will pop that particular plate and check if it satisfies the condition. If it satisfies the condition, we will append that plate to B, or else we will append it to A. After doing all the operations, we need to print in the following order. First, we need to print pile B. After that, we need to print pile A. Here we used pop method because we need to print the elements from top to bottom. That's why I used pop method in order to print in that particular order. If you have any other logic other than this, please leave a comment below. It will be very useful for everyone to get some insights from you. Let's run the code now. It passed the sample test case. Let's submit it. Yeah, we solved the problem. If you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel for future videos. See you guys in the next video.